Good morning. This lesson is for my Integrated 1 class. I don't remember what lesson this is. I'm sorry, but before I get started, I hope everyone's doing all right out there. This is a lesson about graphing, so let's go through our goals. We have 3 goals. Our first goal is graphing lines in slope-intercept form. Our second goal is graphing one variable equation lines. It should say equation right there. One variable equation line, okay. And our third goal is graphing lines in standard form. So I wrote on the top of the board the key idea is finding 2 points and connecting them. So whatever I do in here, I'm finding 2 points. I'm going to connect the dots, and that's how we're going to graph our line. So let me remind you guys what slope-intercept form is. It's f of x equals mx plus b, or y equals mx plus b. Now, we've been simplifying our equations that we've been writing, and when we simplify them, we're actually putting them in the slope-intercept form. The b value is where we begin on the y-axis, and the m value is how we move to the next point using the slope rules. And the slope rules, we have 4 of them. A positive over a positive means I go up and to the right. A positive over a negative means I go up and left. A negative over a negative means I go down and left. And a negative over a positive means I go down and right. Now there's a couple fraction rules we need to be aware of. If I have a negative in front of a fraction, I can put the negative with the numerator, or I can put the negative with the denominator, wherever you want to put it, but it can't go both. The other rule for fractions is if I have a number, I can put a 1 under it. And there's one last thing about equations of lines in slope-intercept form is sometimes there's hidden numbers. You might have an equation that says y equals x plus something. Well, that equation is y equals 1 over 1x plus something. So the hidden number in that problem was the slope of 1 over 1. The second way that I can hide a hidden number in here is y equals negative x plus something. That's y equals negative 1 over 1x plus something. And just to reinforce, if I have a negative over a positive, that means I'm moving down and to the right. All right, so our first goal is to graph equations that look like this. Slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. So let me just make a couple quick observations here. First, I have a 1 that I'm missing. Okay, I'm going to bring that back. So we're going to begin on the y-axis at negative 2. And we're going to move 3 over 1. 3 and 1 are both positive, so I'm going to go up and right. So I'm going to go up 3, and I'm going to go right 1. So let me draw my graph here. I begin at negative 2 on the y-axis. Remember, this is my y-axis, the vertical one. This is my x-axis, the horizontal one. And I begin at negative 2. And from negative 2, I rise up 3. So I go up 3, 1, 2, 3. And I run 1 to the right. So 1, 2, 3 up, 1 to the right. I'm right here. I'm finding 2 points, and now I'm going to connect them. And I have just graphed a line in slope-intercept form. I'm going to hit pause so I can erase something and move on to the second goal. Please make sure you write all this down. This is supposed to make this real simple for you guys, so I'll be back. I'm back. All right, we're moving on to goal 2 here, and that's graphing one variable line, one variable equation. I didn't put the equation. I got to fix it. I didn't fix it. Oh, don't worry about it. All right, so let's move on to our second goal. And so a one variable equation is going to be something like x equals a number or y equals a number. Now, if we have x equals a number, what I want you to do is I want you to make 2 ordered pairs and use that x value and pick any y values you want. Remember, ordered pairs are called ordered pairs because they're in the order of the alphabet. And I told you what the x value is. So when you make 2 ordered pairs, you know what number to plug in here. And then you get to plug in any y value you want. I like 1 and 2, so I'll plug that in. Plot the points and connect. Staying true to our key idea, finding 2 points and connecting them. All right? This is actually, I think, a real easy lesson to do, and students are very surprised how easy it is to actually graph one variable equation. All right. So if y equals a number, make 2 ordered pairs, use the y value in the ordered pairs in the y location, and pick any x values you want. I picked 1 and 3 for my x values, and I used my number given to me in the y value. Plot the points and connect. I have an example. I would like to graph y equals -2. Again, I have a y equals a number equation, so I'm going to follow these directions. I'm going to make two ordered pairs. And in my ordered pairs, the y value is going to be the number that they gave to me. I have to use a y value there and there. Now, again, remember, this is the x value, this is the y value, this is the x value, this is the y value. So I know the y values. I get to pick whatever x value I want. I picked 1 and 3, I'll do that again. 1 and 3. All right, so I'm going to plot these 2 points, 1, -2, and 3, -2. So I go over 1 for the x, down 2 for the y. That's 1, -2. I go over 3, that's really far. 1, 2, 3, and I go down 2 again. And I plotted my 2 points and I connect. Students really want y equals a number of equations to be vertical lines because the y-axis is vertical. But this equation is actually saying that I always have a height of -2. I'm always at a height of -2. No matter what point I pick, like if I pick this point right here, my height is still at -2. So a horizontal line is a y equals a number. Think about what an x equals a number, what type of line that must be. Hopefully this makes sense. I'm going to erase this and set up our third goal, and I'll be back. I'm back. All right, so we're moving on to our third goal here, and that's graphing lines in standard form. So let's just discuss what standard form is. It's when a number times x plus a number times y is equal to another number. That's standard form. This equation right here is written in standard form. Now we have two options to graph. Our first option is we can turn it into slope-intercept, which was our first goal. We can do that by moving the ax value to the other side of the equal sign by using addition or subtraction, and then we can divide away the number that's with the b. So I'll do that real quick for this one. So my ax number is 3x. I'm going to move it to the other side of the equal sign by subtraction because that's a plus 3x. So I have to use the opposite. And I get now 5y equals to minus 3x. That's a positive 15, so it's plus 15. I can't put these guys together because they're not like terms, so they stay separate. The next thing I'm going to do is divide everybody by b. My b value is 5, so I'm going to divide everybody by a 5. Let me do a different color so we can keep track of the steps. Divide everybody by 5. And I get y equals minus 3 over 5x. 5 goes into 15 3 times plus 3. I would begin on the y-axis at 3. I would move down 3, and I would move to the right 5, and that would be how I would graph a standard form equation in slope-intercept form. So these are the steps to turn standard form into slope-intercept form. The second goal is to use intercepts, and I'm going to go through the process here with you real quick. When you make intercepts, you're actually finding 2 points, and then we're going to connect them again. So again, that's the key idea. Everything that we've done today is that idea. So let's go ahead and rewrite this equation and find the intercept. So let's see here. 3x plus 5y is equal to 15. I want to make sure I'm still on the screen. Okay, that's good. All right, so here we go. So the first thing I do is I make x equals 0. So this is 3 times 0. But that's going to go away, and I get plus 5y equals 15. Now I solve for y, and I just have to divide away the 5. And we get y equals to 3. So I made an ordered pair, 0, 3. All right? So I did this step. I'm going to now do this step. So I have 3x plus 5 times 0 equal to 15. But 5 times 0, that's 0. That goes away. So now I just need to divide everyone by 3. And I get x is equal to 3 goes into 15, 5. Again, I made another ordered pair. There's my x value. There's my y value. So my other point is 5, 0. So let me plot these points and connect them. So I go 0 to the left and right, and I go up 3. and I go 5 to the right, and up 0. So that's my y-intercept, that's my x-intercept, and when I connect the dots, I get this. Now, these are called intercepts because this is where the line intercepts the y-axis and the x-axis. Okay, and we'll talk a little bit about that, a little bit more about that later. If I was to graph using the slope-intercept form, I would start at 3. I would move down 3, 1, 2, 3, and I would move to the right 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you see I get the exact same points, so I'm going to get the exact same line. So hopefully this helps us to graph these things. I'm hoping it makes sense. I'm going to end the lesson here. Have a good day, everybody. Have a good day, everybody. Bye. I'm having a hard time today.